Hi everyone, this is Hazel Marie and welcome to my craft room. Tonight I'm going to share with you a project share that I made, and it's a shadow box, and it's certainly not new. It was certainly not my idea. I just looked all over the internet finding different ones that I liked and ended up just kind of freestyling, I guess you'd say, mine. Uh, what I started with, um, put it on this side. I changed sides on me. I started with a shadow box that was this color. Now, I bought this at Goodwill, which is a resale shop, and its profits go to help the disabled adults that work in their stores and or those who can't work. Now, I didn't like this color, of course, although I do love lavender and purples, but I thought, no, not for this project. So what I did was I painted mine pink. And this is what I came up with. And let me see if I can get it all. See if we can get this zoomed out a little bit. There we go. I'm just going to zoom it out and then I'll zoom it back in. Now, as you can see, I painted everything pink. And the next thing that I did was, and let's come back in again. Whoa, going the wrong way. Okay, so what I did was I started with my wallpaper. Now I did use a special wallpaper, and the reason I did is because this is a small box and I didn't want it to have huge flowers or anything. And I had bought this sometime back from Hobby Lobby, and as you can see, it has very tiny pink roses on it, and it's on a white background. And the name of it is, or the name of, I guess, the series is Mayberry Street, and it's miniatures. And there's 3 sheets in each one, each package, and they're 12 by 18. Now, I did this whole box with just 1 sheet of paper, so I have 2 sheets left, and I had actually I had this much left over, so a little goes a long way. Now, the first thing that I did was I decided, and I shouldn't say I decided because I actually started working before I realized, oh, you know, I think I was going to put it the other way, like so, but that's not how it turned out. This was actually facing me, and I'm going, ooh, I like that. So I decided, okay, we're going to go with that. And I measured inside to inside from here to here and here to here. Now I marked mine with a pencil, and then I went and I cut it with my paper cutter to make sure all the edges were even and straight and everything, because I can't really cut a straight line. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, sometimes it goes kind of wonky. So anyway, what I did was I had some, see if you can see it. I had some of these 3-dimensional stickers. I got these from Hobby Lobby, and they said, love often, laugh much. And I said, oh, okay, I like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that inside of my shadow box. And then I went to my, oh, my stash, I guess, and I picked out this Japanese lamb with flowers on it. And then I made sure that it had room for this. You've got to lay everything down first so you can make sure that everything fits. Well, I kind of don't do that, but I'm just telling you that's a real good idea. So, anyway, when I was over there at my stash, I found this big, or big, not big, but I found this beautiful swirl, and it has like little tiny rosebuds on it and pink pearls. And I don't know if you can see it as well as I would like for you to, but it starts up here and it goes down. And then after affixing this and this and this to where it all fit, I did down here, I took a doily and I cut it to where it was in a V so it would fit in the corners, and I cut a second one so it would be out a little bit farther, and I didn't stick it all the way to the back. And I did that on each side, and I put a flower, 2 roses. There we go. And then I did a little arrangement right here, and I put one of those doilies, half a doily, behind here, and then I added another piece so it would stick up a little bit higher, because if you tried to put a round one, of course it wouldn't go flat against the wood. And so I cut it in half, and then I used the other half to make it taller like I did over here. And I made an arrangement and added a little bird here. And then this is one where I cut in half. Let's see if you can see it. It's here, and it goes around to there. And I had this little sticker, and it said believe. Now, what I did to make these more three-dimensional is I added more pop dots or the little squares, and I cut them to where it would stand out away from the box. And that's what I did here. And then I added a little flower. And then I added a little butterfly here and here and here. And then I put the word life down through here. I wanted the word, I don't know, something kind of religious, I guess. And I put the believe for that, because I don't think that you can do all of these in your life without believing and live a full life. So I put life down here. Then I came over here. Now, these are not as tricky as they look like. But what I did was I found things that fit in all of the little little spaces here. But before I put them in, I put wallpaper in each one. And that's why you'll need 2 rulers, a long one for this and a little tiny one. And when I say tiny, I don't mean teeny, teeny tiny. I used this, and I just went on the inside, and that looks like that's 3 3/4, and that's it's just a little less than 3 3/4. So what I did was I put it in, and then I used my tool over here, but I used this one because I didn't want to cut anything with the sharp end, and I just went like this, and it made a crease. And when I took it out, I just cut it down that crease, and it fit perfect. And I used a wet glue for all of this, except for the ones with the pop dots and for my flowers. And I used a hot glue here, and I used hot glue behind all of these because I don't trust the pop dots that they might fall out. Now, whenever you're selecting something to put inside your pockets, or on your little shelves, sometimes you have to alter them a little bit. And this little bunny down here, let me get it back a little bit. This little bunny here, I had to trim his little tail back because he had like a little fuzzy tail in order to fit in here. And then I put a little fence behind, and then I put the bunny, and this is, of course, is on the fence. But I put pop dots on all of them except the flowers, and I just hot glued those in there. And they are actually on top of the bunny. And this was a saying that I had bought a long time ago, and I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. And then this was a piece that I got from Hobby Lobby, and flowers, and have a little heart down here. He's kind of under the bird, I guess. You can't see him too well. But there's a little heart in pink. And then these are on pop dots. This is on pop dots. It's on 3. And then I put some flowers around it. And this little bunny here, he's already dimensional. So I just put him there and added a pop dot under here because it's dimensional too. Let's see here if I can see upside down. This is dimensional, this, and this. The flower is dimensional. And of course, we know this is dimensional. And there's like pop dots here and here. Just make sure that you get them stuck down real good. And I used glue on those hot dots, or pop dots, not hot dots. Next, what I did was I added, these, or this piece of, it's a braid with a pearl trim on it. And so what I did was I did the insides, and then I came back around and I added this all the way around to dress it up. Then I put this little bird sitting on a nest. And if you see this bird and this bird, that's the mama and papa. And I'm not really sure which one is the mama and which is the papa. But if it's the papa sitting on the eggs, then that's a good thing. I mean, he needs to share in the work. And because mama down here, she's kind of big. She was a little bit too big for up here. So anyway, that's what I did. And then I'm going to turn this around so you can see. I just made a little nest up here. And I put it over to the side. And the reason I did that is because I have the bird here. And I didn't want them to be like together. And then I put this little bird. I got him from Hobby Lobby. And they're in the the section over there. Actually, they're next to the wedding. And those kind of things. So that's where I got that. And the last thing I'm going to do is to check and make sure everything's glued down where it should be. There's some pearls sticking up where I cut it. And you have to be careful if you're using this kind because you have to go ahead and make sure it doesn't unravel on you. I'm going to make a hanger, and I'm probably going to do it out of a rope kind of pink so that I can hang it up. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you, the shadow box that I did. Now, when I first started out, I had some like little miniature purses, little miniature shoes, and I was going to let them hang down. And I thought, I don't know about that. And then I have a collection of little miniature, there are all kinds of things. There are animals, there are items, and they have like rhinestones on them, and they're so cute. Like one's a purse, and one's a bear, and it's the little things that you can get from I want to say Ooh La La, but I'm not really sure. But I think that's where it came. Those came from. And then I got to thinking, no, what if they break? And so anyway, I decided, oh, it just kind of evolved. So you don't have to make yours exactly like mine. You can make it any way you want to. Just let your imagination run wild because this is very easy. I mean, it's just gluing and cutting some paper, and you don't even have to have a bird if you don't want to. But that's what I wanted to do, and I hope that you will give it a try and just have fun with it. If you don't want to do the paper, hey, you don't have to do paper. You can do it colored, painted. It doesn't matter. Just make it yours and make it fun, make it special. I love you guys. Thanks for stopping by and visiting with me. I hope that you'll give me a thumbs up and you'll comment and you'll subscribe to my channel. Love you guys. Bye.